Two things about this interview, Brooksy. This was much better handling of the idea of how to talk to the Bernie folks than my message to Sam prompted. You're clearly the one to approach these with slight critiques of tone. The very fact that you'd identify some of these Bernie folks literally don't know how the process works is telling of which of you is better to educate on bridging the gap. Mankiewicz doesn't really understand the mindset of a leftist Bernie voter. The idea that we just take what he's saying now as gospel is a huge misunderstanding of what many of us signed up for. Again, cribbing from Emmett Renson wrote, Bernie was a vehicle when he stalled out in Philadelphia. He was abandoned. What good idea is getting into a dead car when you need to go? He made us aware of each other and our strength as an authentic left, but he's not Moses. I don't think that the argument is that he's Moses. I think the argument is that here's a guy who, look, this is my general principle, and we should probably clip this specifically up. What terrain are you engaging in? This is someone whose whole career has been defined by the relationship between some form of, like, we could say at the very least, genuinely progressive and social democratic politics and working within the confines of the American system as it currently stands. Not to mention which, through most of his career, being completely on the margins. I mean, when Bill Clinton governed this country, I was reminded reading the George Stephanopoulos book. I mean, the whole context was so far to the right. You had Dick Morris, who is it's like Donald Trump. It's like in a world of sociopaths, he stands alone, advising Bill Clinton to gut welfare, to get rid of affirmative action, to, even according to Stephanopoulos, some of the ideas that he floated on immigration that were never picked up on were obscene. And Bernie Sanders was in that environment saying, no, we need to be serious about corporate power, and we need to be serious about poverty, we need to be serious about all these issues, which no one wanted to touch in the 90s. They wanted to triangulate. The stock market was booming, and people were still demonizing, quote-unquote, welfare mothers and, of course, super predators. Now, the environment has shifted significantly, and Bernie's a product and a participant in that shift. So if you're in electoral politics, you got to play by the realities of electoral politics. Radicalism usually arises either in local politics, I would say on a very local level, Kashama Sawant, or in movement building things that redefine the parameters of what we're in. Whether it's Black Lives Matter, whether it's what happened just now in Dakota, whether it's, the movement for 15, and obviously Occupy Wall Street. So if your intention is a radical politics that moves the bars, that changes the baseline, that's not coming from a presidential election. So if you used Bernie and you said it was an incubator for all sorts of movements, and use it however you want, some of you might actually say, yes, I'm going to put effort into electing Hillary Clinton because Donald Trump is disastrous. Some of you might say, I want to build local third parties. Some of you might say, I want to have a grassroots student loan movement. I want to have a grassroots, recalibrate U.S. foreign policy, or band together with any number of other movements that are already happening. But with regards to the specific challenge of electoral politics, there's no theory behind these protest votes. And I do believe that you need a theory or an instinct behind whatever it is you're doing. And you need to be real about the terrain you're in. And that doesn't mean Bernie Sanders is Moses. That means that Bernie Sanders, it's like saying, I don't know Roger Federer is Moses, but I would listen to what he said about how to hit a backhand.
Yeah, I don't agree with that metaphor about Bernie's a car broken down of Emmett Resonance.
Yeah,
because it's like, okay, so you hitchhiking in this metaphor, right? And you get in this car and you're amazed at how much Bernie is driving in the direction you want to go, and then it burns down, and so you have to find another car, right? But you're not even going to at least listen to the directions that he gives you, like, oh, actually, make a detour to this gas station over in this town or something like that, right? Like, you should at least listen to what the guy's saying. And I think there's certain people who were never probably going to vote for Hillary out of, principled reasons. They're really far left. But I think a lot of them, there's certain people that they'll tell you how bad the Democrats are, and I see it as they don't know how bad the Democrats were, like the point you were making.
No, they don't. And I'm telling you, go back and read about the 1980s and the 1990s, and look at through most of the Bush administration. I mean, look at how many Democrats went along with invading Iraq. Look at, I mean, I would actually read the George Stephanopoulos book, All Too Human, as a good sense of where the Clinton administration was. And actually, again, for what it's worth, in that book, does Hillary Clinton come out great? No. Does she come out probably a lot better than her husband? Yes. Absolutely.
Hey folks, Sam Seder here. I just got back from a company-wide meeting. Accounting is really coming down on me hard. We need to get to 100,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So please enjoy this channel. Subscribe right down there.